Each new morning, customer care agents awaken with a sense of purpose, committing to improving the business and lives of their customers. Confident in the ability and commitment to do whatever it takes, customers come to Schneider Electric to tackle projects big and small. Now there is a fresh, new approach to customer engagement that holds the promise of generating more customer loyalty and more sales. And it's easier than you think. Michael Johnson starts his morning like most members of the North American Customer Care Center, logging into Salesforce and activating the phone system with a fully charged headset and a hot cup of coffee in his hand. He's intense about his work, taking an average of 16 advanced tech interactions each day, answering questions, providing solutions, and reminding customers about the benefits of Schneider Electric. He might talk a lot, but his most important skill is listening. Do I have that right, Michael?
And that's right. When I'm talking to customers, I'm looking for every opportunity.
Michael is one of the most successful revenue generators on the North American Customer Care team, contributing to nearly $2 million in one services revenue detected from inbound interactions. All this since the first quarter of 2017. What's the secret, Michael?
Basically, I just wired to look and listen for opportunity, no matter what the opportunity is, no matter how small the opportunity is. Often find that we have some parts, and it could be just a couple $100 in parts. In order to get those parts, they got to know how to go about getting them, either through the distributor. Somebody has to be able to provide the quote, the solution to take care of the customer, and the object is to be able to buy that replacement part or whatever they need, the least amount of pain.
Hey, Michael, can you tell us how it's done? Give us an example.
The guy calls up contractor, and they're replacing a transformer into some switch gear, and they got cables are laying out there, but the new gear, the lugs are a little bit farther away, and you can't stretch cable. What they need is somebody to come in and do a bus modification in order to extend the lugs so that they reach their cables. They will come up 12-inch too short. Well, that 12-inch too short cost them $17,000 in a fix. But they're replacing gear, and we have some time. They know they're going to have a problem, and they can't pull new cable. It's probably cheaper to do this than, pull all this cable and stuff that they had to do.
There is a formula for detecting service leads, and it's revealed in the customer needs that can't be resolved by the technical support agent remotely. Listen for clues like the customer's equipment is old or aging, or needs modification, or it's an emergency situation that requires on-site support immediately, or the power is down and you can't get it restored quickly or easily.
The object is, you offer the service. If you don't, how would they even know we had service? And often they buy the service after we recommend it.
Once you've identified the services support required, determine who the decision maker is, qualifying the lead and collecting all the related info, and attaching that documentation in Salesforce. It's important for the customer to feel like we're communicating well with each other, getting all the necessary drawings, photos, and information right up front.
It's not only about making it easy and seamless for the customer, it's also important to make it easy and seamless for our internal people, because if you make it hard, who wants to deal with that?
Let's learn more from Morgan Ford. Morgan is an inside sales service engineer who regularly receives leads from the CCC, and she knows when they're done right. She uses her prior experience as a police officer on the crime scene to help determine what makes for a good lead. What's the secret, Morgan?
Be accurate and be thorough and be very detailed when you're sending our notes.
Timing is everything. Whether you're telling a joke or detecting a lead, getting the customer the support they need when they need it is critical to winning the opportunity.
Sometimes the leads that are a little bit harder to work, they come over and we can't really tell what's been discussed with the customer. We have to reach back out to the rep, or when we call the customer, especially if they're having an outage, they're already frustrated, and now they have to explain the entire story again to a new person again.
It's important to understand the true value of a lead. The CCC agent often acts as a safety net, seizing opportunities to support an underserved customer that might otherwise have gotten away. These opportunities are often worth so much more than their face value.
When the FSR goes on site based on the CCC lead, and then the FSR then identifies other top opportunities that turn into this whole other thing where we may turn an $1,800 job into a $100,000 job based on something that we got from the CCC.
It all comes down to solving problems, whether the opportunity is obvious or requires a little more digging. Services leads are ripe for the picking in inbound interactions. From start to finish, Michael Johnson and all the rest of the agents have a responsibility to serve the customer's needs completely from beginning to end. Thank you, Michael, for sharing with us today.
Well, thank you very much. And you know what? I'm really hoping for a really big one. I want to get $1 million job someday, and it's going to happen one day.
It all begins with that question, what's the problem? Understanding the kind of equipment that the customer has. It may take some probing, but we need to remember these customers called us. They have an issue and they don't know the solution. We have to be able to provide them with the answer. It might be a new product, it might be a new service, but we have to be able to sell them a viable solution. Around the globe, detecting power industry and energy services leads can seem like a mission impossible. But the words of Michael Johnson and Morgan Ford and their remarkable results clearly debunk the myth and prove that consistent and sustainable revenue streams from CCC detected service leads is possible for all who seek to succeed and to grow.